Welcome, everybody, to Mad Men with the Box, your favorite Doctor Who podcast where we mainly argue. But, yeah, so stick around to the end of the video where we'll be what we think if we made a Doctor Who series, what we would do. Also, we got some Chris Chibnall news. We got some other Big Finish news and some other stuff that Pixel will show, even though I looked it up.
Can you introduce?
Yeah, I'll do that. I was doing that after.
Oh, okay.
Just so people, it's called a hook, Pixel. You ever heard of it? See,
well, hook us in.
We're already arguing. Okay, so so we got the man down under right below me, Chris. Thank you. What? Oh my god. It's the greatest shirt I've ever seen. Can you send it to me?
It's kind of weird that you want his shirt, Jimmy.
Yeah, I want it.
His shirt specifically.
Yeah, I want the Aussie Chris aroma. And we got our friend, the CEO, COO, everything awesome, animated concept. Jervain, how you doing?
Doing well, Jimmy. Doing well, guys. Good to see you again. Glad to be back.
Always.
This is going to be fun. Yep.
It's going to be fun, specifically because of reasons we'll get into at the end. And all right, so let's get started, everyone.
Yes, we have news, and the first thing we have to talk about is drama. And I brought up quite a few links for this drama. And you know what? Actually, I can share the entire thing all at once, so that way I don't have to bother with switching tabs. I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to click X because it should be in a decent order. So, Doctor Who magazine this month, March, they went ahead and showed the cover. And let me go ahead and pull it on up full for us to see in its whole glory. We love Sarah Jane. Yep.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Nothing problematic. Who could make drama out of this picture?
Apparently someone who had nothing to do with it, a.k.a. David
Tennant. Yes. So Doctor Who Twitter, at least, has been going over and digging into this cover because it's dedicated to, hey, we love Sarah Jane. And on it is David Tennant with Sarah Jane. And that's a problem with people.
Yep.
I don't know exactly how we should go ahead and address the other stuff that I'm about to show. Let's go ahead and look into some covers that happened during...
Hold on. Go back. Go.
I'm going back.
Okay, no, just continue. I'll do it after. Tell me when you're done.
I have plenty of links, so if you got a point, go ahead.
Tell me when you're done with this specific kind of topic.
When we're done with the topic overall?
Yeah, when you're done talking about Sarah Jane, let's talk.
Well, it was really about the doctor that I was talking about, not Sarah Jane. So
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Wow, this was so much easier in my head. Well, we love Sarah Jane so much, we thought we'd talk about it too, right?
Oh, God.
I put her in the same spot. If you go, just do a side by side. Just do
the right corner.
Just put her in the back corner. Yeah. Okay, cool. Good conversation. Thank you for talking.
Well, I appreciate. No, I don't appreciate it. But anyway. So, yes, this has caused some trouble, some kerfuffle, but it's not, it's really people talking about the practice of it. And the drama is, oh, look, how do we go ahead and sell these magazines? By showing David Tennant, and that's all it is, even when it's dedicated to Sarah Jane. That's what they're saying.
My favorite tweet about it was Theories. Theories made a tweet about it. It was so funny. If you want to show it.
You didn't send that.
It's on share screen.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. It's a little bit of an exaggeration.
Yeah,
Now-
but we get the point.
Little bit.
Now, I see where some people are coming from. It's about Sarah Jane. It should have her in the focus, front and center. I understand that. She's still there. One, David Tennant sells, yes. Two, he is the current Doctor, even though that photo of him is 10th Doctor, not 14th. Would you rather they just not have her on the cover at all?
I mean, I think people would have been less upset about that.
Plus, we haven't had Tennant on a cover for the past 3 magazines.
Yep.
There was a Dalek one, there was a Shooty and Millie one, and then there was a Kaldorian robot one.
And then there was the Doctor, the yearbook, which did have David Tennant on it.
But
it was the end of it was January.
Maybe, yeah.
But the thing is, though, it's called Doctor Who magazine. It should be about the Doctor for the most part. And then also on the other hand, I was going to say something, but I remember. She's more known as the Doctor's companion than with Sarah Jane Adventures. And when you go, hold on, before people go, depends on who you ask. No, the majority of people, when you say, oh, who's Sarah Jane? They will instantly go, she was the Doctor's companion.
So, yes. I will go ahead and show this, though. This account does not want to get involved with the Doctor Who magazine cover drama, but these covers right here are some of the best in their opinion. Their account is dedicated to Sarah Jane, and this is in Doctor Who magazine, the Sarah Jane companion. And then the next one, Super Sleuth with a slitheen in the back.
I hate that. I hate that.
Stop the wedding.
Oh, that was before. Yeah, that was before her wedding.
Yep. And then finally, this one right here, tribute to her.
Now
and
that's different.
It's different. Very different. I feel like, yes, they're saying we love Sarah Jane, and that's a big topic for this coming issue. However, it's not the memorial. It's not like she just died and they went ahead and made that the cover. We love Sarah Jane.
Steve, my problem with the cover is that it's the fact that it's a photo of 3 people, the Doctor, Sarah Jane, and K9, and they've just weirdly cut out K9. So you just have clearly 3 people are supposed to be in this photo, and you've cut one out. It's not they should have properly centered it. So you had Sarah in the middle. She's in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the Doctor and K9, her 2 most iconic like characters known with her.
Maybe it would have been a weird angle. If you so David Tennant was center there, and so the camera was focused directly on him centered. If you move him to the left and have Sarah Jane centered, then it would have a weird angle to it.
So one of my
maybe because of how he's sitting.
That could be it too.
So if you moved it, it would look weird if you cut off
could have just chosen a different photo.
Well, actually, that's one of the things I'm going to go ahead and pull up right now. Mr. Was it Mr.
Hold on. Before we get into this, let Javane respond.
Okay. Oh, I just responded. Use a different photo. Use a different photo. It's like, come on. It's like the dude is sitting there like he's in his lazy chair and she's about to serve him beef Wellington or something. It's like, come on. It's like...
Yeah, K9 really is just like...
There's a photographer here, sir. Is it okay if I'm in the picture with you? It's like...
They got to cover it without any of the words all over it, which might be a little nicer. But anyway, what the Geek's Handbag is talking about is that there are also other photos in there as well. The part of the thing was that this photo apparently hasn't been used before, I guess, as well as the ones within. So they went ahead and were able to use it. So it was very it was a very exciting moment.
And quick question, and this is from obviously from when they were on the set for an episode from her series, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is actually a good point.
The editor should be fired.
Wow.
I will go ahead and say that one of my favorite tweets was somebody said about the cover that they know that Tom Baker would have loved the photo because of how they cut out K9. And we all know how he feels about K9.
How long, K9?
Insufficient data.
Yeah, you never fucking know the answer when it's important.
It's just chef's kiss. It's so perfect.
It's great. One last thing about the cover, and then we'll drop the topic. Chloe has gone ahead and shown a quick chart showing whether the covers of Doctor Who magazine showed the current era of the show or a past era, starting from 2005. Current all for 2005, 2006. Previous is only for March of 2007.
Wait, hold up. There's 13 months.
I don't quite understand it either. What the fuck?
Maybe that's just like
Extra specials?
How many issues of magazines there were per year?
How many issues?
Maybe.
None of us get Doctor Who magazine because Panini or whatever the name of the printing label doesn't like America.
It was a baker's dozen year.
Except for 2014.
I actually saw this, and I saw this what she posted. I didn't read it because I was like, "What kind of weird Space Invader shit am I looking at?" So I just kept scrolling.
Pixels too.
So yeah, it's just I don't really care. I think the cover's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, cover's fine. Cover's fine.
Also, you got to think, guys. They're a business. They need to make money. And my guess is they probably didn't make a lot of money during the Jodie era. Okay. So, and when they saw the bump from David Tennant when he was on the cover, they saw how much money he brought in. They're probably like, how can we get him on the cover? So, like, just they got to make money so we can get more Doctor Who magazines issues.
Well, that's part of the problem that people have, Jimmy. I want to go ahead and bring this up just for you. Froggy is saying that, hey, Jimmy, David Tennant is amazing, but it'll never be as cool as a show about the travels of Jenna Coleman and her TARDIS. That she needs her own show, and only Clara Oswald could save Dr. Who. She did many times.
Too many to be a good. Too many to be a good character.
That's wrong. And yes, Froggy, you're probably right. It was probably something like an annual. I don't know. I don't subscribe because they didn't let me.
It was probably the yearbook they do every year, talking about what happened in Doctor Who every year.
Again, I don't subscribe because they won't let me. They want me to do a digital one? Like, bro, Yo ho, a pirate's life for me for that. I'm not going to pay for a digital one. Come on.
Yeah, screw Comixology as well. How dare they make money?
It's a little different than a magazine, Jimmy.
No, in terms of reading digitally, it's not. It's like the same thing.
Anyway, Mr. TARDIS. Actually, it's not from Mr. TARDIS. It's from Gerard. Apparently in the new magazine, what excites you about the show visually, they are using drones inside the TARDIS. Within the TARDIS. That's the thing. It's not that they haven't used drones before, but inside the TARDIS set.
Okay, this is kind of fucking cool. Normally I hate drones, but recently with drone technology, I don't know if you guys watch Casey Neistat at all. He kind of gets like top... He's my favorite YouTuber. He just knows how to make like a perfect YouTube video. But he comes from filmmaking. He knows how to do filmmaking work. And he recently did like a drone video like last year. And it's just like these drones are getting so good. Like it's hard to see the difference between cinema and like crane work and drones. So much so to where you may hate him. Michael Bay in his recent movie. What was it called? It was with Ryan Reynolds. He did a movie with Ryan Reynolds recently. But like the whole fucking like first 45 minutes was just drone shots. And they were so great. Like great drone shots. Not a good movie.
You're not talking about that Adam Project, are you? That Netflix one?
No. This is the Netflix one, Michael Bay. I want to say 2019.
What is it? Underground 6.
Underground, yeah, that one.
Mm.
That you just like, why not use drones? You should, because you can get great quality and get some great aerial view from it.
They need a Doctor Who episode where all the birds are. That's right. They're all the pigeons. All the pigeons are actually drones for the government guys.
Birds aren't real.
How can something fly?
Exactly.
Prove it to me. Okay. Recently, unless
we're just gonna pass up that after what I said. We gotta go through the gang, man.
The what?
Let's go. What are you guys' thoughts, Chris? Drones.
Whatever.
Animated concepts.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the same thing there. Yeah.
They're drones.
I think their reasoning being, the Doctor runs around a lot, so we can use a drone to capture that better. It's just like they did fine for like the past how many seasons?
The thing is,
capturing the Doctor running around.
It's not running. I don't think it's that. I think it's that the set is so large that they can get a proper drone shot, because we've had, you're right, plenty of angles before that have been fine for Doctor Who with the Doctor running around the console. But with how they're saying that the interior could be potentially mind-blowing, unlike anything seen before.
Wait. If they're using drones for shooting inside, that means it could be a closed TARDIS. So they can do an entire 360 around it.
Yeah.
And without having to worry about people being in there. That's, you know what? This is actually going to be great. Actually, this could be also awesome. But also think, when the Doctor's running, how great would it be to get some aerial view of him running while circling around him? You know, have like cuts in between there, but it could be like a really cool shot. I'm going to call it right now. If they do that aerial shot while he's running, they're probably going to slow it down to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. And people are going to say it's actually a really good shot. It's going to be a thing on Twitter. I'm calling it now. Okay?
Well, now I'm in the same boat as Animated Concepts and Chris. They're drones.
They're drones.
I'm looking at it from like a filmmaker's point of view, guys. They could do some really good stuff.
Just make sure Obama doesn't get his hands on them.
Oh, right.
Too soon.
He's Australian.
Too soon.
He can say
That'll be 4 dead Claras. No.
Okay. Chris Chibnall has had an article, and I'm going to share where you can get access to the article. And these are at least 2 key talking points. Right here, Chris Chibnall has said that the marketing on Doctor Who for Series 12 in Flux was much more difficult due to budget constraints from the BBC, and he's hoping that the Disney Plus deal will help with that.
That's very evident, because there was
none
to no marketing.
But here's the thing. We've talked about it before. RTD was able to use frickin' Instagram and 2 tweets to start a fire in the Doctor Who community.
To be fair, the 2 Instagram posts were David Tennant, Catherine Tate returning, and Neil Patrick Harris is the bad guy. That'll start a damn fire. Like that's It's not going to be like Chris Chibnall's posting on Twitter. Guess what, guys? The Pating's back. It's not that.
The Pating is reserved for Grace.
Look, guys! The guy from Sex and the City is back.
my god.
I understand, but I feel like there's a disconnect in their approaches.
No, I think the next one would be a disconnect, but I think I would actually believe this because the BBC just they've been terrible with marketing since what? I'd say even like towards the end of Moffat with like them outright spoiling that the Mondasian Cybermen were coming back and John Simm's Master was coming back.
Also, we have talked about this before though. RTD said he did leave at the right time because all the money left from Doctor Who. So, like that makes sense. And plus, the series has been going a little bit downhill since then. So, it makes sense that there's less money than there was when Moffat was around. So, I don't blame him.
Well,
it always reminds me of Classic Who, where it's just like, they wanted it to be better, but they didn't have any money. It's like, you're not giving us money. It's like, well, we want it to be better. Well, you need to give us money, BBC. How can we be better if you don't give us money? It's like, why should we give you money? It's not any better. It's like, what? Just a loop.
This isn't. I was gonna say Hogan's Heroes. This isn't MASH where there's like 4 tents out in a field and they can make something funny out of it. Okay, we got sci-fi bullshit. But this interview that they're talking about is actually a really good interview. I recommend you guys go watch it. Well, not watch, but listen to it.
The next part, I am calling shenanigans on, mostly because I refuse to be wrong. I'm a Jimmy in this scenario.
I'm seeing double here. 4 Jimmys.
Chris Chibnall has confirmed it was the BBC's idea to move away from the Doctor Who Christmas specials. Chris said it wasn't personal as he loves Christmas. Spyfall was even originally intended for Christmas Day, but BBC said it was too scary for Christmas. Therefore, it got moved.
This is why I would... See, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. Well, more 75-25. Spyfall being intended for Christmas Day, what in Spyfall would make it a Christmas episode?
Nothing. Absolutely.
So unless he originally planned it to be Christmas and then BBC said no, did he then
That's what he said.
That's what he said. Yeah, but then did he just rewrite the entire episode to just be something else then?
They could have just changed locations.
Maybe.
But if you in the interview, he said they were trying to stay relevant. And so instead of just to be an old relic, because Doctor Who's about change, they thought, what can we do to like? It's kind of he described it kind of like what Marvel does. We got an event here, guys. We're gonna throw in another event out. Okay, thanks for that. Changes nothing, but cool.
See,
being different for the sake of being different.
Yeah,
and I said this before, so let's go ahead and say that's true. That Chris Chibnall did not want the death of the Christmas specials, which I'm still skeptical on. He didn't fight for them. If it was originally intended for Christmas Day, I don't see why the BBC would refuse him. And then for Moffat, who basically agreed to write one more episode because the Christmas specials were getting axed, I don't know why he wouldn't fight for that. Because there's nothing in Spyfall that compares to some of the Master's antics on Christmas before.
He said in the interview that he sent in the script and then he got notes back kind of implying don't do a Christmas special. That's what it was. So like you can hate on Chris Chibnall all you want. I got my grievances against him, but I can't argue. He's a good guy. He seems to really wanted to do the best. He just didn't.
Yeah, from what I've been like when Gallifrey 1 was going on that convention, just like Chris Chibnall was there and like everyone was just tweeting that he's just like a stand-up bloke.
Yeah.
He's just a nice guy. When it comes to his writing, that's a different matter when it's him show running. But as a person, from what I've been hearing, that he's just a really good person.
Yeah, at least he's not a garbage person like a certain writer that Jimmy knows. You know.
Yeah. Hey, I won't have you talk about Landry that way.
Not that one. Not that one.
Yeah.
No, he's questionable at times. No.
Yeah, I know. He likes loving monsters. What the hell is wrong with him?
He loves loving
I
monsters.
still don't get it.
Chloe went ahead and apparently this post said Chibnall wanted to do spin-offs during his tenure, but the budget was just too low.
Hold on. Gervain, what's your thoughts
Yes,
on the
sir.
Christmas specials?
I mean, you know, I think a lot of times people don't understand the behind the scenes stuff. It's like, and sometimes you can't tell the truth until like kind of like, you know,
After
the contract is up and after the no competition pay runs out, you can't tell people, you know, well, this is what really happened. And it does kind of look like the creators like throwing a set of his former employers under the bus with some of the explanations, like, well, they just didn't pay me enough money, and if they paid me enough money, it would have been good. And it's just, yeah, I mean, I'll take his word for it. I've never heard anything in terms of Chibnall that would think that he would just be making this stuff up just to cover, you know, just to engage in CYA. But yeah, there are times when the guys in charge of the purse strings, they'll just tell you, no, we can't do that. And you got to kind of work with what you got. But I don't think that impacts the writing, though. So that's the only hole I'm poking at.
actually, it did a little bit because he talked about when he first took over the series. He specifically wrote a lot of like grounded Earth stories a little bit. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say this exactly.
That's okay.
He wrote a specific way, like near the ground, grounded Earth a little bit, because he could make he could plan out places to go film in a different country and then use that restricted money. I mean, not restricted, saved money to put into CGI. He specifically wrote that for a reason. So like,
Gotcha.
everyone hated it that it was just on Earth his first season, like for the most part. But I mean, the guy saved money so we could have good CGI.
Well, not enough to give him spin-offs, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. What were we gonna get? Class 2?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and
secondary school. Is that what we're gonna get?
Secondary school.
This is the time. This is my time. What spinoffs did Chibnall want to do? But this says wrong answers only, so I can't bring up Grace. Which
that is a wrong answer.
That is the rightest answer you'll ever see.
Nope.
No.
I think I commented on it. I just don't remember what I put.
We'll have a look. Scroll down and see if what Jimmy said, if he's there.
I think I did, but I'm not sure. I swear I saw it and I posted it.
There we go.
There.
Oh,
Carvin
right.
Easter in the Bannerman.
The Cyberwoman Chronicles.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Donkey Who, but it's all badgers.
But the thing is, of like him wanting to do spin-offs and them not having the budget is like, yeah, if they couldn't even do the marketing, what makes you think you'd have enough money to do spin-offs?
Well, after how Class went.
You know what it's like? He talked a lot about wanting to make it more diverse and stuff like that. I got no problem with that, specifically because him doing that, we got, in my opinion, one of the best directors in Doctor Who history, which was Azur Salim.
For which one?
Yeah, he did like a couple episodes of Flux. He did, I think, Village of the Angels. He did the finale and the first one or second one. You know, I'll just Google it because I really enjoyed his directing style. Azur Salim. Azur Salim.
But at this time, I'll go ahead and mention that it is published for those who would rather read it than listen to it on Radio Free Scaro. So go ahead, radiofreescaro.com, and you can go ahead and read and listen for yourself.
He did Once Upon Time, Survivors of the Flux, and The Vanquishers. We all know the Vanquishers storyline was not good, but it was directed good. We had Survivors of the Flux, I kind of liked. And Once Upon Time, you guys know, you guys didn't like it. I loved it. I loved that specific episode when it came out. Loved it. So,
Jimmy,
kudos on him.
when we do our Flux redux or our reflux, as it were, we will address your many problems. So, couple more things, and then we can get to our topic. No, Froggy, no. No, Bigger on the Inside podcast.
Oh no, Froggy. Oh no.
No. Posted. Apparently, Millie Gibson got her script. And Jimmy, did you try anything to go ahead and read?
I can't read it, but like I love the caption though. It's just go nerds, see what you can do. Like try to figure something out because this is infrared. Because we can't see this when it was just plain white, and so this is really cool. I mean, some of the ink freshly printed seeped through just a little bit, and underneath, you know what I can do? Hold on.
I think it's just
barcode scanner. Damn it, barcode scanner. There we go. All right, I'm gonna. Hold up. Can I type it in?
I don't know.
Hold up. I'm trying to find like a type number. Kinds explain. Okay. Barcode. I don't want to know. Damn it. You keep talking, guys. I'll figure this out.
He will not figure this out.
Yes.
So, also to do with Doctor Who for the new series, filming a block 3 of the new series is Julie Ann Robinson. She's directing it.
Yes, she's primarily she's done a mix of US and UK shows. Bridgerton, Masters of Sex, Nurse Jackie, Orange is the New Black, Parks and Rec, and The Good Place are to name some of the stuff that she's developed or executive produced.
I love.
We can go ahead and confirm right now that Doctor Who Series 14 is going to have sex. No, because half of those things are just story around a sex scene.
She also did Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Interesting. That's such a
that's a out there.
That's a weird standout one. Oh, Two Brocos as well. So it's kind of a mix. So some serious, some serious, some not.
Yeah, that's strange. Froggy, I want to watch. Okay, so Big Finish. They have some posts for us. Prisoners of London, a Doctor Who audio novel, is coming from Big Finish. And okay.
It's Adric, so Jimmy's happy.
Adric's back.
Yeah.
Please.
Pixel, I didn't know you were in this.
So here's the thing. I have just 2 days ago finished the Dead Star. That was the last Doctor Who audio novel. 7 hours long.
7 hours. Did you know they just released one that was 11?
What? When?
Yep.
What is that?
Iris Wild Time. Enter Wild Time. It is 661 minutes long. I know. Literally almost half a day worth of audio.
Wow.
I will not be listening to that. I'm sorry. I have my limits. 7 hours is pretty damn close to it. Like, the Dead Star is good. It's very interesting. I especially liked listening to the author explain what they went ahead and pulled to go ahead and highlight it. And I do love how they went ahead and used the characters that are featured. But it's still so long that it feels like you get a little bit lost. However, it is very good to hear. Not David. Michael Troughton. Thank you. Michael Troughton as the second Doctor. He's great in his adventures, and he's great here. You get to go ahead and at least scratch that itch for a little while. It's also worth noting that you'll have 7 hours to listen to, so you'll be able to scratch that itch for a long time. I tried to rush it. And that was the problem. I should have listened to it like half an hour a day, but I didn't. I tried to fit as much as I could and kept falling asleep. Yeah. Are we interested in Prisoners of London?
Not really.
I haven't listened to any of the audio novels, so
I think Emancipation of the Daleks is a little easier to
listen
digest. Yes. Especially because I miss Bill. But yes, let me go ahead and close this one out. And we've talked this to death, but it's still coming. So once in future, these are the characters announced so far by Big Finish. So that way you have these characters will be appearing. And you can make that assumption already with their announcement. But is that Hebe? Is it Hebe?
No, that's Veclin.
Sorry.
You get it right, Pixel. This is a Doctor Who channel. How dare you mischaracterize someone?
Look at her hair is short. I thought, did they have another photo that they could use for once?
No, as we've seen with the past 3 Sixth Doctor Adventures covers, they do not have another photo of Ruth Madeley to use.
Yeah. So Unbound Doctor, you got Harry there and Sarah Jane. But what's very interesting to me is while they have the 10th Doctor there, do you think he'll be 14 as well?
Unless they
that would be cool.
that would be cool. But this has been 3 years in the making. So unless they already did his stuff, unless they're going to like re-record some new stuff and add it into it, I don't know.
See, the timetable is weird because 3 years in the making and we're in 2023. So it was just about pandemic time. When did RTD say that he was getting that he was thinking about throwing the hat in the ring again?
I have no idea.
He said it was during lockup. So I guess if it's 3 years in the making, it's still too far ahead.
Why'd you ask us the question if you knew the answer?
You have to ask questions to yourself.
Like my ex. You like my ex. Are these yours? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I left them on the ground.
And that's why she's your ex.
Well, your ex.
Exactly.
And that's why RTD won't marry you, Jimmy.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
At least when you ask, "Are these yours?" it will be a little bit of a harder question.
Exactly.
Yes, and but one last thing: happy birthday to Roger
D'Arigato.
Yes.
The master himself.
Not
We're
related to Domo Arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
Not even
Not
close.
Not even related.
Also, have you seen Roger Delgado's full name? It's wild. Roger Caesar Marius Bernard Delgado, D. Delgado, Torres Castillo Roberto.
Did you fucking name him after the entire family?
My name is Esteban Grano.
That's wild. I never knew that was his like actual full name.
You want to know when I was first born, what my real name was? It wasn't Joshua Quirk. It was Joshua Mitchell Carter David Quirk. I mean Norden. Sorry, Norden.
Yeah. I just have 3 names.
Yeah, normal. Do you know how hard it is to apply to a college with my full name? Do you know how hard it was to get in? Because they're like, "Oh, type your middle name." I'm like, "Which one?" And
all of them.
No, they only let you do one.
then they're
like,
gonna
"Oh,
be
I
like,
can't
oh,
find you."
background check. This isn't your middle name. It's like, it's
Background
one of them.
check. His credit
It's
reports must
middle
look
of my
terrible.
names.
75 aliases. Anyway,
The middlest name. I wish I had realized this because we could have just spent the evening talking about Roger Delgado and talking about his stories because I love him. He is the original and he's also probably the best. In my opinion. He makes the master for me.
I think he's second in my opinion.
Who's first?
Oh, the Queen Missy. Come on.
At least he didn't say the Queen John Sim.
He
Would've been
wishes.
he wishes he was a queen. But no, it's I miss. Well, it's hard to miss somebody that died before you were born, but I do miss.
Like
I miss
thinking back
Tolkien.
on it. Like thinking back on it is like just going back and just watching like his master. He's just so distinct.
Yeah.
There's never been a master like who can be calm, who is calm and sinister. It's like I will not deal with your buffoonery, humans.
It's so weird. You think like, can you imagine what he'd say to watching Sacha Dhawan just jump and clap at the same time? Just like, like that's me, really?
I think he would also say, "That's not how you do it. You do it like this," and then he would jump and clap with style, with a sword in hand.
Yeah.
Have we? That's the only sword fighting that we have between the Master and the Doctor, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Now I just need the Doctor to face the Master with a sword while he has his spoon.
Can you never just ever talk again? Like just
I love it. I love it. I am so tired of acting like I shouldn't. I love it when he says, "This is my spoon."
Sometimes when you speak, you make me like consider or contemplate euthanasia, okay?
the man is in good company. Alan Rickman even agreed. But spoon hurt more.
But a spoon?
A spoon! Read The
It's
Walking
dull.
Dead, and you know what you can do with a spoon.
I've read The Walking Dead, and I know
what you can do with the spoon.
I just
It's a pretty shitty thing to do.
sword fighting.
Sword fighting. Love it.
It's such Mark Gatiss BS. You know I'm right too, because he did write it. I mean,
He did write it. He wrote a great episode. I love robots in Sherwood.
you would like robots in Sherwood.
I do.
You would like robots.
Anyway,
I think I'd rather. No, I can't say that. Never mind.
oh, prison slang. No, I don't want the fuck. Just imagining Delgado do one impression is weird.
You're right, Froggy.
All right.
No, I'm sorry, Ishan.
It is prison slang. Jimmy, start us down in a loop.
Oh, we're on to the main topic.
Is that what we're doing?
Oh, no more news. We're done.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right.
So
Okay.
we are finally getting to our main topic, which is if we had to write a Doctor Who series from scratch, what would you do? And we're gonna start with our little Aussie friend, Chris.
Never talk about him like that again, please.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, well, that
inferior. I should.
Can't fight Emu.
You know what? When Connor calls eventually, I'm just gonna be like, and here's our little Aussie friend.
Can't fight an emu to save his life.
You can't win a war against emus.
You got me by a bird.
Oh,
Birds
Australia.
aren't real.
You guys contributed one good thing to this world. And then Australia even killed him. Steve Irwin.
Yeah, we didn't kill him. An animal stingray did.
Stingrays.
All right.
Was it in Australia?
It was
Damn
in
it,
the
Australia!
ocean, Jimmy. It was in the ocean.
It was in the ocean.
It's Australian waters.
Actually, I'm going to pull a reverse China and say we don't claim those waters, so they're not ours.
You know,
Okay.
with
The
water.
man gets his time to shine, Jimmy.
All right. So, since I've been busy, I haven't had a lot of time to develop this. I do have a basic outline of what my Doctor Who series would be. So basically, my entire series would be dealing with, because we couldn't get it in Chibnall's era, and it hasn't been touched upon either, dealing with the Timeless Child arc in a better fashion, and dealing with the return. Wait.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
He's cooking. He's cooking.
And the entire arc of the series would lead to the return of Rassilon as the final villain. Given that him being the founder of Timeless Society, him returning, and who I would cast as him, I'm stealing from a post that Jimmy knows that I responded to. One Giancarlo from Breaking Bad as Rassilon.
That's such a good choice.
Yes. And so we'd have our debut episode. We'd have our new Doctor. I'm not going to make you suffer and say Chris Pratt for the meme of it. It's not going to be Chris Pratt.
Thank God.
From that same post I mentioned, I would actually have Carl McLaughlin from Twin Peaks. It'd be a very fun Doctor. Very interesting. Especially if it's
You know
Dale.
what's really cool? You know what's cool? That guy was also played the villain in the first Librarian movie with Noah Wiley. And ever since then, I loved him because he was a truly good actor in a TV movie. So, yeah, good choice. Really good choice.
So, debut episode, I would have him reunite with a new incarnation of Susan.
Ooh.
Yes, traveling with Susan. And so I'd actually have a kind
Who
of
would you choose?
Who would I choose? Oh, I would choose. I'm stealing one of your ideas. I would choose one Helena Bonham Carter as Susan.
As Susan? Really?
Wait till I get. There's going to be an explanation why.
Okay.
Okay, so I would have it
like Rachel McAdams or something.
I would have a mix of like episodes. You know, some delving back into like classic Who monsters like the Sensorites, which Susan has met. I would do an episode where just Camelot in space, because why not? Maybe we can make gay Lancelot canon to main universe. Why not?
I think that would be the greatest thing ever to happen to Doctor Who.
Then episode 4, in our typical fashion, we have to have Daleks. So for a two-parter, for the two.
All right, you're way more prepared than me. I just got a pitch and a premise.
For the two-parter, yes. For the two-parter, I would have not only the Daleks, but bring back another former associate of theirs, the meddling monk. Another callback.
Damn it! Stop choosing my stuff, okay?
Episode 6. I really had no ideas, so I just said Slovene. I literally just wrote episode 6, Slovene. What I would do with them, who knows? I wrote nothing. I wrote nothing for episode 7, kind of a blank slate. Episode 8 was the most I was interested in. A horror Cybermen story.
I am 100% down. Or would you use the what Cyberman?
Yeah, I haven't decided, but I know I would, at least with the design, it's like kind of decrepit looking, maybe half the face, similar to a Shard where you see half of his face, but instead of a human, it's just like the skull of a person.
Oh, like decaying body.
Yeah,
that would be cool. That would be cool. For that effect, you would be cool if you use the oh crap, I'm blanking on the name. The World Enough in Time Cyberman. What are they called?
The Mondasian ones?
Mondasian. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 9, another blank slate. Couldn't think of anything. Episode 10, I would bring back the original Susan.
I see why. I see what you're doing.
And have the reveal that the Susan that was traveling with the Doctor the entire time is actually the new incarnation of the Rani that has been messing with the Doctor the entire time, because end of the episode it revealed she was working with Rassilon the entire time, because Rassilon is back and he wants to restart Time Lord Society. How can he do that? Well, the Doctor, as revealed with the Timeless Child, is the source of their regeneration. So Rassilon needs the Doctor. So the Doctor would be captured. I would bring Romana back for this 2-part finale. So Romana, Susan, whoever need to team up to help rescue the Doctor from Rassilon. There is a way to stop what Rassilon is doing, but the Doctor can only figure it out from their past memories as the Timeless Child. So the Doctor has to make a decision to actually open the watch to stop Rassilon, or pretty much...
And then nothing happens because the memories go to the Master and it's not the Doctor.
No, I didn't do that. No, but it would throw the Doctor in a dilemma, because I would have it that Rassilon is going to force humanity to become the new Time Lords.
Ooh.
As kind of revenge against the Doctor. The Doctor's been so fascinated with humanity, I'm going to turn his pets, his favorite species, into a new race of Time Lords.
So you stole the premise from Parting of the Ways. Instead of turning him into Daleks, you turned him into Time Lords.
Yes and no.
Still good. I like this. I want to see it. I have $3.
throw another 20 cents and you got a deal.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So that was the basis.
You have the most, you lying son of a bitch, and I know it already. He was whining all before, saying that I wanted to push it off. I wanted real time to flesh it out. And then he comes up with an entire show. An entire
what I meant by was actual, like, episode by episode, not just like, here's the base idea of what's going to be in the episode, or what the theme is.
I'm so down for that.
It's great. It's great, you son of a bitch.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Russell, I'm here. Let me join the writing team.
Hashtag Chris for showrunner. All right, next we have the man who is the CEO of a storytelling company. So I am...
Don't put more pressure on him.
I know. Personally, I'm gonna get this over with quick, because I'm gonna say, first of all, I'm throwing Jimmy under the bus. I had no idea I was supposed to come with that much.
You didn't have
to. Hey, I didn't come with that much. Okay.
So I'm just throwing out my pitch / premise real quick. So my thing was, I've always felt that it was a missed opportunity with the whole Clara and Danny.
I'm saying no right now.
Yeah, that's okay. I know you're saying that's all right, because it's going to involve basically a fourth Clara. So my thing is, I thought the assignment was rewrite a different season. So I will try to do it from scratch, but it's sandwiched in between 2 series. So I'm going for series 8 of Modern Who, but I'm going for 8.5. And I'm going for an 8.5 season, because I want to go run with Clara actually being the Doctor, as what they started off with in which one was it? Dark Water? Was it Dark Water, or was it Heaven Sent? It was Heaven Sent.
Death in Heaven. Yeah.
Death in Heaven. Death in Heaven.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Death in Heaven, where it opens with her claiming to be the Doctor, and in my opinion, one of the best intros, as they actually had you for half a minute thinking that's who she was. And because I like the Danny Pink dynamic between him and Clara so much, that somehow she manages to get away from actual death, and they actually end up traveling as the Doctor and the companion for at least 6 episodes in such a way that it kind of wipes out the 12th Doctor out of existence in a bit. And then maybe around 6 and 7, kind of like Rose slipping between dimension style, he starts haunting them before basically everything kind of sets back up for the beginning of season 9. But that's what I would try to play with on that part, because I just thought that Danny Pink got killed off too soon. I really like the idea of Clara being the first female Doctor, and because of the whole Impossible Girl aspect of her, having the multiple lives, zooming in and out of the timeline, I think there's a way you can wind it out. That's what I'm going with. I think what everybody thinks. Shut up, Look, there's only room in there for 3 Claras, not 4. So my idea still goes. I knew this was coming when he started off with the companion.
I'm going to go ahead and be your advocate here, Animated Concepts, because I understand what you're going for. I mean, there's probably like 15 fan fictions where the Clara actually becomes the Doctor.
Well, it's got to be better than that dino bit flying through space with Game of Thrones there. I mean, come on. It's like... And the only thing I want to say is, really, Jimmy, it takes you that long to roll a garbage can on wheels?
What's up?
Sean, how dare you? How dare you, Sean? How dare you?
See, that's why Comic Book Frog gets me. He's like, she should have become a Time Lord. Exactly. That's it. Well,
actually, yeah, Clara is one of those companions, more so than Ace. Considered. Don't look at me like that. Don't. I'm sorry. I like Ace.
Go there?
I do.
We've already had conflicting stories where Ace becomes a Time Lord. Okay, so don't compare her to Clara.
Jimmy admitting that he has Clara in a trash. You're wanted by the police.
Well,
Jimmy.
maybe that's why it took him so long to roll it in there. She's kind of heavy.
She's not that heavy.
I tried to make her forget by using chloroform, but I accidentally ended up getting the Doctor with chloroform. That's why I can't remember. My bad.
All right.
Oh,
my idea is an idea that I think it's fair to say that none of our ideas could or would ever happen. So mine follows.
We're getting Grace too.
Grace too. No, there's no Grace. It's very. This is serious now.
Okay.
But it requires
if it's Grace too. It'd be Twice Upon a Grace.
It requires the end of the season beforehand. So, Master's back, and ideally, in my mind, actually played by Toby Jones. He's just brilliant, and you know he can play a villain well. However, it's only for like 2 episodes that he's a villain, because he, at the end of the series beforehand, goes ahead and forces the Doctor to regenerate, not into this weird, we're one person thing, but regenerate into his face, and he regenerates as well. And who comes back? It would be Matt Smith as the Master for the next season. And Toby Jones as the Master has made a mess all over the timeline. He is one of the most feared and hated figures, as the Master should be, in the galaxy. And the Doctor now has that face. His companion would actually be in one of the ending setting, and it would be set in the past, and you would have the companion be somebody that the master outright killed, and she fears that this is the master, but they're able to overcome that, and she's going to travel along as the doctor has to follow a pathway to ultimately stop the master as the 11th Doctor. I only have one episode absolutely in mind, and that's the Dalek episode, but it wouldn't be following the Doctor. It would be following Matt Smith, now calm, cool, calculated as the master, as Daleks from all points in time are now trying to chase him down because they think he is the Doctor. He has the face. He is in our records. And that's the one episode that's in my mind. But ultimately, at the end, the master would be thwarted. I don't know if it would be a force the face back thing, a degeneration like they did before, or if the Doctor would just lock him up in a safe again. But that's basically my idea. And it would be good to see Toby Jones in sort of, he obviously has a body that's a little older and shorter, kind of a shrimpy guy, but he has to be the hero. He has to go ahead and stand out for what's right, even though everyone thinks that he is absolutely diabolical.
I like the choice of Toby Jones. I definitely like that. And it makes me think of, it's like maybe even a more
Freaky Friday,
sinister and deadlier version of like Seven, in a sense. So, yeah, I'd pay somebody to see that.
/ Fatal Attractions.
Yeah, but I like Toby, and I think he can pull it off. I know he can pull it off. So I like that.
I mean,
he's
played villain. Toby Jones.
He's the Dream Lord.
Oh,
yeah.
He's played villain. Yeah, he's played villain Time Lords before. The Dream Lord, Cortus, and the Eighth Doctor Adventures. Also, yeah, I could
Dobby.
See it. Yeah, the greatest villain ever
from Harry Potter. Dobby.
Yeah. I mean, you really talk about like the deadliest Time Lord ever, kind of a bit. That would be like the tag.
Yeah, but that's what he was before he was forced to be the Doctor.
Yeah.
That's the confusion aspect of the galaxy is the part that I really think would be fun to play with.
Well, it's better than Fifth Clara.
No, Clara comes in at the end.
No,
there you go.
As the next master.
I love you, Jermaine. I'm gonna rewatch it and actually hear what you have to say. But as soon as you said Clara, I just went nope, right over head. Sorry.
All right, Jimmy, finish us.
Okay.
Pause. I can see it now. Froggy says, "Daleks take over Earth." First movie, Dalek and Dalekwood. Daleks take Manhattan. The best little Dalek in Dallas. No.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna do a little bit play on the Watch as well.
Okay.
The Watch and Lung Barrow. That's kind of what I'm gonna be playing on. So the season is gonna be taking place inside the dream world. At least we think it's the dream world. But the Doctor doesn't know that. And he's going to go through, I think would be cool to go through, like each episode be a different sort of universal monster, if you know what I mean. You guys know what those are? I know Jermaine does, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, have to go through Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, the Invisible Man, and the werewolf.
Wolfman.
The Wolfman. Also, there's another one I'm forgetting right now. I had it.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. And each story is like about that, and he's like firmly adamant that this stuff can exist. Mummies, no.
You forget that.
I know he went against mummies and like pyramids of Mars, but like these ones are like real mummies with no alien technology at all. So it's going to be sort of like a fairy tale throughout the whole thing. But when it comes to the end, it's going to be, okay, this stuff isn't real. I know it's not because this can't physically happen. So what is going on? He has to figure out what he's in. Turns out he's starting to get some memories back. And then it's going to be some flashback stories to where he actually found Lung Barrel that he saw in the vision during Flux. And, did I mention? I forgot to mention who is going to be my doctor. I'm always going to say this, but John Lithgow. I want John Lithgow to be the doctor. And it's going to be...
Choosing Americans!
I know, but hey, even Matt Smith said he'd love to see John Lithgow. Like, and I'm like, yeah, because he'd be amazing. And also, he's played a British character before. He's played Winston Churchill in The Crown.
Yes, I know. He
could pull it off. He could. I know it doesn't make him British. I know. I'm just saying he could pull it off. So I'd want it to be the style and feeling of the first Doctor's sort of serials, black and white for the most part, until you see glimpses of reality and what's real, and it's in color, and those are going to be the memories. And so when they start coming back, he remembered he went into Lung Barrel, but he just doesn't remember how he got here. Okay. Lung Barrel is actually Time Lord technology. The House of Lung Barrel. It's bigger on the inside. And what it is, it's kind of like the Dream World, but what I'm actually going to do is the reality behind it, not this Dream World-like thing. It's actually the Matrix. Like we saw in Trial of the Time Lord. What's that called?
Yeah, it's the... It's crap. Is it the Matrix?
Isn't it?
It's the Matrix.
Matrix. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So that is actually the Matrix, and it's sort of set up to be kind of like the Trials of Icarus, kind of like you put him in a maze with a Minotaur, and that's not actually gonna be what? Why are you guys laughing?
Looms.
We don't talk about looms here.
We don't talk about looms.
But you kind of get what I'm going for. It's kind of like each Universal monster is going to be like a Trial of Icarus. Yeah. And when he gets to the end, he's finally going to be at a place where when he opens the watch, he can actually consume the energy in it without killing him. Because he has to be in a specific place to be able to withstand that energy from that watch, because the watch has had so many lifetimes, it would probably kill him. That's why I think you could do that with the watch and actually make it work. But come to find out, it's not him. He's not the guy. The timeless child. This is part where I ended the story, but this part is just I want to happen. He's not the timeless child. It's actually the master. Okay, cool.
It's Bob. Bob the Time Lord. I'm just gonna take Gervain's idea and switch it around so that way Clara 12 is stuck in a tiny TARDIS and Clara just has to carry him around for an entire season.
I'm still wrapping my brain around real mummies, but other than that,
it's
as opposed to fake mummies.
Now, you say so. You got John Lithgow as the Doctor. Can it be Lord Farquaad Lithgow?
Who lives on Drury Lane?
I'm king.
The Time Lord is falling in love with the human.
No, I'd kind of
couldn't do that.
I kind of want him to be like an older, bigger, grumpier kind of Doctor. Probably like his Winston Churchill character, just not as adamant for death.
So not First Doctor killing someone with a shovel.
So But it wouldn't be John Lithgow's first time playing an alien that appears human.
No, Lord, let's not go there.
Wait, what? No, I know that. What is it?
Third Rock from the Sun.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Third
That's
Rock.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You don't like Third Rock from the Sun, Jermaine?
I am not the biggest fan. I didn't watch it when it was on. Maybe I have to watch it when it comes on. I mean, I could definitely see Lithgow as the Doctor, especially if he's bearded. I've seen him in a couple of interviews and some other things where he's bearded, where I could get into a version of Lithgow being a Doctor like that. But yeah, in terms of Third Rock from the Sun, I'm like, I can take it or leave. But
Unacceptable.
I'd have
No
to watch
doctors
it.
can have beards.
Now, if I did a companion, I don't know
War
how.
Doctor did.
I don't know how would I do a companion though, because I kind of want to make this a personal story. So I think a full season of just straight Doctor would be cool, and each individual story has their own characters, and one of those characters throughout each story could be just a single episode companion.
What if it was? Sorry for building onto your idea.
You're good. No,
But
keep
what
going.
if the companion was somebody like, say, Millie Gibson, who, while I'm sure she's going to be great as Ruby Tuesday, Ruby Sunday, I know, I'm sorry, as Ruby Sunday, she follows a very familiar format. Young girl, bright-eyed.
I just got a really good idea off of kind of what you were saying, but kind of not even a little bit.
Okay.
Now this would be the heartbreaking part. The Matrix has someone kind of like the Dream Lord, who's just like a person who can travel through each dream, curating everything. But this one, it's like a Matrix companion that when the season's done, she can't leave the Matrix, so she has to stay. That would be really cool.
I wasted everything. I could have designed a series based on the damn freaking Valyard.
Yeah, you could have, but then you gave us Grace, so thanks for that.
Great. That's spin-off, Jimmy. That's spin-off. I meant a series explaining the Valyard properly, or at least bringing it into the modern era.
Ooh, giving us another take on the
That's
Valyard
good.
would be amazing.
Yes. Yes.
I really like the character. Even was it Trial of the Valyard? That was a fucking amazing one.
Yep.
But I think that's
it, guys. We completed it in 1 hour, 12 minutes, 36 seconds. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Chris, for joining us all the way from that crappy country. And
Australia.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. Don't hurt me. Thank you, Jermaine. We'll have you on soon if you're available and your wife lets you, because let's be honest, she chooses, right?
Hey, look, don't talk bad about Six Clever, okay? She's just fine. Okay?
Please.
And that's it. So
I want to say, please keep in mind that next week we are going to be reviewing Arc of Infinity, and we should have a special guest with us as well.
Joe Corallo.
Yes, Joe Corallo.
Yes.
The comic book equivalent to Jeff Goldblum.
Yep, that's right.
I love him.
I also have a video coming out within the next 2 days, so be on the lookout for that. I have I know, right? Jimmy's making a video. That's new. Let's be honest.
Wow.
Though.
Someone that isn't me contributing to this channel.
Hey.
I've contributed by getting us views and subscribers.
I
That's how
run
I've
the.
contributed.
I
With one
own
video.
everything.
You don't own it. You don't own it.
I technically do. I
It
could
was
delete
my
the
IP.
channel.
It was my IP.
I could delete the channel.
But either way, so be on the lookout for that because it is really good. Also, if you like Clara, you're gonna love this video. It is a tier list video of the best companions, and just imagine where she's at. So we'll see you guys later next week on Madman with the Box.
Alonzi.
There you go.
Geronimo.